Hello, I'm Elisa John, and I'm a physician as well as a life and money coach. I just came back from an amazing retreat in Bora Bora with EWP, or Empowering Women Physicians. And what was so amazing was the people there and the sharing that happened. So there were over 60 women physicians at the retreat, and we started the first day with the practice of gratitude. So what we did was we wrote down some things we were grateful for, put it in a cup, and gave it to another table. And then each person chose the slip of paper that someone else had written, something they were grateful for, and tried to find something where they resonated with that piece of gratitude. And then we would stand up, or some of us would sit down, but we went around table by table and said our name, introduced ourselves, our specialty, and read the gratitude that connected with us. And it was amazing to see how this practice evolved. Originally, not everyone would stand to read anything, and everything's optional, you didn't have to. But as it went from table to table, people read more of the gratitude statements and then said why it was meaningful to them and why it touched them. And this evolved into people telling their stories. And we heard just so many incredible stories, both crazy things that happen to physicians as well as uplifting stories. But it was overall just an amazing experience. And we actually did this for several hours, even though originally I think it was thought to be just a warm-up reading practice. So as I come back and reflect on that retreat and what I really got out of it, and I think about all the sharing of stories, I think that's why physicians telling their stories is so important. And that's why I encourage you to buy one of two books. So there is Made for More. This is a book that I co-authored, and it was written by the students of the EntreMD Business School, which is run by Dr. Una. So she is the one who compiled the stories, and there's almost 50 stories. I believe there's 47 stories of physician entrepreneurs and our story of entrepreneurship. And telling stories is just so amazing, so important. So I really encourage you to get this book. You can get it as a Kindle or electronic book, paperback or hardback. And we are, maybe there'll be an audio version in the future. I'm not quite sure about that, but it is available at Amazon.com. Be aware there is some copycat person who made a book that looks just like it, but that book is compiled by, that author name is Love, Love, instead of Dr. Una. So this is the book you want to get, the one compiled by Dr. Una. And, I love reading my classmates' stories, and I hope my story of how I started my entrepreneurship journey will inspire you as well. The other book I want you to encourage read is Thrive After Burnout. And this is a story of over 50 women physicians who talk about their story of burnout and what got them there, how they got out of it, how they're thriving afterwards. Unfortunately, over 40% of physicians, maybe even over 50% of physicians now are facing burnout. And, burnout can be career ending, but these physicians are thriving after burnout. And so I really encourage you to pick up this book. It is also available at Amazon. It is compiled by Dr. Sharon McLaughlin, who runs the Female Physician Entrepreneur Group and the Female Entrepreneurship Business School as well. So that's a business school that I'm also involved in, and I think Sharon's a great person, and these stories are just amazing to hear. So the last thing I just want to say is encourage you to share your story. Tell people, tell your patients, tell your family, tell your friends about what you've been through. You don't need to hide. There's no reason for shame or embarrassment. The healthcare system is broken, and the only way we're going to fix it is by letting people know just how broken it is, so that we can actually go about starting to talk about fixing it, talking about what we can do to make things better, so that we physicians can practice and enjoy the practice of medicine, right? I do believe that there's a way that we can practice on our terms where we have autonomy again. We've lost a lot of autonomy. More physicians are employed by hospital systems or corporate than ever before. And it used to be that physicians really worked for either themselves or for another physician, a physician-owned practice. While I was at this retreat, there was one physician who was an owner of a private practice, and her father had the private practice before her. And really, she's she loves her practice and she loves practicing. And one of the things she said is that practices like that just don't scale. But you can have an amazing medical practice. No matter what your specialty, there is a way to do it. And I encourage you to seek out how you can make your practice of medicine closer to what your ideal practice is. And of course, there's always going to be things that you don't like. I mean, that's just life. But if you can make that be the minority so that you're really enjoying your day-to-day and taking care of patients and doing surgery or reading radiology images, whatever your specialty is, there's a reason why you chose it. There's a reason why you went into it, and hopefully you enjoyed it at some point and you can enjoy it again. If you would like help trying to actually find that joy in medicine again, that's something I'd love to help you with. Coaching has been shown, it's evidence-based, or randomized controlled trials to show that coaching can decrease burnout and really increase physician wellness. So if you want those papers, they're actually I have the references on my website, growyourwealthymindset.com. If coaching with me doesn't resonate with you, then find a coach that does resonate with you, or find a group coaching program that resonates with you. There are more and more physician coaches out there, and we all have our different styles, personalities. Different coaching programs are at different price points and offer different things. So find what is a great fit for you. But if you are burnt out, seek help. You don't need to go through this alone. And the answer is not necessarily find a way out of medicine. That might be in the end what you decide is what's best for you, but there are potentially other options. And I'm not saying that you have to stay in medicine. You may choose with coaching to leave medicine, but really get that clarity in your mind. And I think that's what coaching really does, is help you get that clarity of mind. So if I can be of help of you in any way, please feel free to reach out to me. If you like this video, please share it with others. Thanks so much for watching.